Welcome back everybody to Let's Play Towns. I did my homework now, and I checked what was in the comments. So basically it said, mine out around this southern lake here and link up the dungeon a bit. So we'll do that. We'll do that once the thing here is sorted out, and it is sorted out now. Um, I wonder if my stone stockpiles are full. They do not seem to be. Although I might need more than those to store those 500, almost 600 stones I have. Woohoo! Look at the banana trees here, they're completely farmed out. I should have added another row here. But I didn't know. I didn't know how many bananas we would need. Also look at how nice and clean our kitchen is now. Well, almost. We still have the raw materials here, which nobody seems to have wanted to use up. But we have those banana trees, and some of them even have bananas, it seems. Although no, that just seems to be the trunk of the tree behind. So yeah, our banana fields are completely used up and completely farmed out, which will not impact them in any way. By the way, I recently remembered a very old game that is only available in German. Um, that was actually published by the Ministry of Forgetting Your Plumbing Countdown. Okay, let me just check when I started this episode. It is now 2 minutes in, so I'll do another 12 minutes, and there we go. By the Ministry of Environment. Back in the 90s, when making video games was still something nerdy and something the society kind of appreciated and approved of. Anyway, it was a very interesting game, nice concept. Basically, it was about developing an island based on various aspects. So you had to. It was basically about uh, putting your funds into several things that needed funding, like agriculture for keeping your people fed, and traffic to keep your people able to move around, and what else did I have there? Industry, so they could all get a place to work, and just general environment to keep to keep things pleasant and stuff. Uh, it was interesting. It was kind of weird. You basically had about, I think, 100 years. Um, and the point was, it was showing you how it was basically showcasing various things that I don't know if the ministry did those or not, or just possibilities, like you could do this and that tax to revoke or to deal with this and that problem, like you could put a tax on veterinary pharmacy, and that would sort out the heavy usage and something like that. Weirdly enough, it all costed money, but nothing actually ever gave you more money. So you could like introduce every tax in the book and you wouldn't gain more money from your people, which was kind of weird. And I never understood that aspect because, as I understood, adding more taxes. Oops, oh my goodness, sorry about that. Yes, I do have a Nokia cell phone. Um, yeah, sorry about that again. So yeah, where was I? Right, introducing taxes. Always made the government gain more money, and yeah, it didn't in that game. I think I still have it somewhere. It was a really old game. It wasn't that good graphically, so I don't think I can even put it up. It was developed freely. There was a brief time in the 90s when decent games were developed or were given out for free. Um, there was quite a large variety of pages where you could download all sorts of games, mostly very small games, and many of them were kind of stupid, but there were also some hidden jewels under that, and if you found those, you could have a very good time. Then again, downloading things wasn't easy back then. I mean, if you ever downloaded like a whole night over like 5 MB, you know how hell looks like, internet-wise. But yeah, you could find some pretty decent games, and this was actually something that I enjoyed quite a lot. And then again, it was one of those games where you just build things and you just do things and get things sorted out. So there's that. Uh, it's always something I enjoy. It wasn't again, it wasn't perfectly polished, or it wasn't a perfect simulation, but it did things reasonably well. It also showed on a different uh, theme now. It also showed the damage it did to the environment quite drastically. So you had polluted rivers and polluted air and all that stuff. It looked pretty nasty if you messed up. And I did sort out one island with a very, very good results. So I had like everything in the top grades. You got graded after that, kind of graded. So you got, yeah, they showed you how bad or how good you did after those 100 years in-game years you had. So that was fun. It's that stupid kind of fun you only had in the 90s, but there you go. It was fun. It's not Sim Isle, by the way. I do know there is a game named Sim Isle. There is actually one Let's Play of that. My brother had a game as well. I never understood it that well because it was I don't know what year it was, but it was before my English or my understanding of the English language was developed enough to actually grasp it, and it was in English, so I never really got the hang of that. I think I would have enjoyed it, but I never really got into it. Sadly enough, it was an okay game, I suppose. Also, you stop camping out on the roof there. You have things to do. Um, yeah, what else? Did I just Yeah, I set a countdown. I remember now. I did set a countdown. Okay, and I wanted to mine out things on level -8. So basically here. Um, I wanted to link up the dungeon here, which means I wanted to mine out this entire thing. And while we're at it, also mine out this. Assuming that the lake has somewhat constant proportions, which it seems to have, thankfully enough. Okay, let's not try to repeat the thing we did last time, with everything getting flooded and stuff. Because I don't want another section of dungeon being like this. Luckily the water seems to have stopped now, and I don't need a new copper mine, look at that. Okay, there was 11 an influx from here, which we will not be able to stop, at any rate. And look at that, we have a rig beating up animals again. Well, at least they don't starve. And he picked up a new axe, isn't that something? And he's looking at a corner. This is not the Blair Witch Project, man. Yeah, I did watch that movie. Not sure if I talked about it once. Also watched the second and I hated it. The first one was okay. Sadly, it seems to have spawned a wave of repetitions and bandwagon jumpers, if that is a thing. And I didn't appreciate that at all. It's always the thing with bandwagons. I mean, most kinds of art live from repetition and live from something doing or someone doing something right, and then people trying to develop with something that has worked already. So one example is video games. You have those old RPGs. I don't think Diablo was one of the first RPGs that did this point and click and killing thing, but it was one of the most successful because it did a lot of things around that entire concept right. Again, that point and click, you had a skill tree, you had experience, you had leveling up, you had something resembling a story. I won't call it much of a story because, let's face it, the story isn't like something that is worth a literature Nobel Prize, but it is okay. A bit shallow, but okay. And yeah, it just had that. It had appealing graphics for its time. It had multiplayer and all that stuff, so it got successful and it just did things right. Diablo 2 was even better, although it was just basically Diablo 1 all over again with more stuff and more padding added to it. But it was fun. I played Diablo 2 and I enjoyed it to some extent. I never dared to even touch the hardcore mode button because I really don't want to lose a character I've spent hours on, which is different from how I approach, for example, Dwarf Fortress Adventure Mode. Maybe it's just my general behavior changing or my general opinion on that changing, but I don't mind losing an adventurer in Dwarf Fortress or something like that. Mostly because I don't know, it's somewhat fast to just regenerate them. And I could just pick up their stuff with another adventurer as well, just if I want to. This tree looks suspicious. I don't know, I don't like this tree. It looks suspicious to me. In fact, it looks so suspicious I will try to cut it down. I will not. But something tells me this is a tree keeper. Something just tells me. Also, did I miss... No, I didn't. On the bright side, my sense of time has returned, and oh, we do need this cut though. So I have a grasp on the passage of time again, it would seem, because something told me that my video was about to end. I also tried to look up the events thing here on the town's wiki, and it didn't actually seem to have that page. So I don't know what this is supposed to be, or I am the first one to notice it. Who knows? Anyway, what are you building? Oh right, you're still not done with this roof. Okay. Anyway, let's start getting this house here sorted. I think a nice little block house should do. So we'll want log walls for that. Those. I don't know if I would want to live in a log house as an elf, but we discussed that already. So I want this, and then I want the door, because even elves have doors. I'm quite sure they have. Oops, and there goes the episode. So yeah, we got a few things done. Oops, we have another siege, and it is just 3 green slimes. Hooray! I'm not even going to consider that as a proper siege. And get back to building. So we finished the tavern here. It is a very grey. I will build some more illumination here and maybe even some decoration here. There will be proper furnishing in those rooms here. Maybe I'll even remember what I wanted to build in here. And then we will hopefully have more heroes. What else do I want to do? I'll furnish this. I will finally build this barrack and a wall and stuff. I'll probably also expand the farming area here. So I suppose this entire thing has to go. What else do I want to do? I think the next goal is basically making this. Oh look, the green slimes have been destroyed. Yeah, that siege was short. I suppose there will be another very soon. Although I think the usual pre-evil battle sieges were those by spiders. So yeah, I think I will tackle the wall next, which involves building barracks and building loads and loads and loads and loads of walls. So we will definitely need those 500 stones. We will use them up, and we will have to. Sorry, we will have to mine a lot more than that. I will not deal with destroying those scaffolds because we don't need them anymore. What I do need is a window like this, and maybe have another here and there, just so you can admire the forests. And also have a scaffold. Just one here. Okay, there we go. Anyway, this is the end of the episode here. We got a few things done. I'm happy about that. I'm happy that well, if you still tune in or just click my videos, as always, leave a comment. You can also comment on the WASHAG video, telling me whether or not you want more of those, or giving me your hints about it. Maybe you know something I don't. You probably do, if you play the game. If you do, yep, don't hesitate to leave me a comment. I will respond to them. I may even do it in the video if you have a reasonable suggestion. And yeah, that's pretty much everything for now. I'll see you next time. Bye!